Okay, so I'm going to try and show how to do these scalloped edges on a hemstitched blanket. This hemstitched blanket I've already gone around with just a regular stitch. I'm sorry, I don't know the real terms, but with a regular stitch I've gone around 3 times to make it extra thick. Usually a lot of people just do one so that, I don't know, it's faster and a lot easier, but I really like how fluffy it makes these scallops when you have a thicker base to work with. So I've already started here. You can see I actually didn't do a very good job right there starting off, but that's okay. Okay, let's see if we can get this to work. Here I've got the scallops I've been working on. You can see I have finished 3 scallops. Now I'm going to take my needle, and this is the same way we'd start if we were starting a whole new row. So if you have no scallops yet and you just have the base, this is the exact same thing you're going to do. You're going to start with a loop. You can see my loop right there. I'm going to tighten it, and let's make sure you can see. I'm going to go around my needle once and go over here into the second, well, first or second or third, depending on how ruffled you want your scallops. The closer they are together, the more ruffled and overlapped they'll be. So if you want them a little spaced, you can do 3. If you want them really close, you can do 1 stitch away. So we have gone around the needle, going through. I'm going to go ahead and go through the second spot. So I've got 2 on, and then I went through my spot, and I'm going to grab the thread, pull it through, and now we're going to begin our scallops. So I've got 3 on my needle, on my crochet hook, and I'm going to wrap my embroidery floss stuff around my needle again and pull it through 1 time, tighten a little bit, pull it through a second time, and that second time you'll see that I did, sorry, I sort of undid myself. Okay, so the first time I'm going through one of the loops on here, so I still have 3. This time, the second time, I'm going to go through 2 loops, and so I only have 2 left on my hook. And now I'm going to go through the third time and just pull through all the loops, so I just have this one last loop that I just pulled through. And then I'm going to start over again. I've got the one on here. I'm going to cast another one on. I'm going to go through the exact same hole that I used before. This right here, where I'm going through, is going to be the center of our scallops. If you look over here, you can see there's a center right there, and that's where all of them are cast on, is through that center piece. So we're going to pull it through. We've got the 3 cast on. I'm going to get another one on there, pull it through, tighten, pull it through 2, tighten, pull it through the last remaining 2, and there we go. Now we're going to continue the exact same thing, going through, get my 3 on, go through the first, the second 2, and the last 2. And I'm going to wrap it around again, go through the same hole again, pull 1 through. I've got my 3, cast through 1, crochet through 2, crochet through 3. As you can tell, I don't know the terms. I just know some of the words, but not actually even using them correctly. So watching what I do is a lot better than listening to the words. So here we are. We're almost halfway done with this scallop, I think. You can do as few as 5 of these little cast-on parts. You can continue going on the same hole 5 times, And that'll give you a small scallop that's going to end up just being a little tiny piece. Or if you want these big fluffy scallops that end up being sort of lacy, I end up doing about 10, so about double so that it really stands out. So we've got 2 on, we're going to go through. We've got our 3, pull through 1, pull through 2, pull through the last 2. We'll do it again, pull through. We've got our 3, pull through 1, pull through 2, and the last 2. And first one, next 2, whoops, last 2, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on there. I'm going to go ahead and do 3 more. I don't actually usually count, I just eyeball it. So 1, go through those 2, last 2, get some more thread available. Okay. And that was 8, here's 9. So again, and last 2, and my last one. So this is the last one I'm doing before I anchor it down. So I'm going around the same exact thing I've been doing this whole time. Through that main hole, bring a piece back. I've got the 3 on my hook. Bring, oops, 1 through, bring it through 2, and the last 2. And now I've got this last piece on that normally I'd just start over again, but I'm going to anchor that piece down. So I'm going to go, depending again how fluffy you want it, you can go to the very next hook right there, the very next crochet stitch right there, and make it super fluffy and tight. But I'm going to go ahead and go to the second one, just to make it a little wider and to get this blanket done eventually before this baby comes. So here's what I'm going to do. I went ahead and went through the second set, and I'm going to pull this part through. So I've got the 2 on there, the one that I pulled through and the one I'd already had from my scallop. And I'm going to take the thread, pull it through the 2, and that is now anchored. And there is my lovely scallop we just made. These were the ones before, and there's the one we just did. So that is how you do a scallop, and you just continue all the way around until you get back to this end. And you can see I did not do a very good job because I had to switch thread, but I will tie it off and actually cut those strings really short so that that doesn't happen, and thread them through a bit. But that is how you do a scallop. So there you go.